What's going on, YouTube? It's ChiHammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got another battle report for you today at ETC. Actually, excuse me, I take that back. It's at ESC, which is the European Singles Championships. Now, I'm going to start off by saying this. This was a clusterfuck of a morning. And, I would have said excuse my language, but I really don't ever excuse my language. But, so the game started, or the day started by, I had to register, and I haven't registered yet, but apparently they were taking on the day of registrations. So, I'm about to get into line. We get there on time, and there is, I am not shitting you, about 400 people waiting in line, and they're saying that they only have 2 working computers to register this whole, everybody, just to register. Not only that, but the guy who is registering everybody in is the organizer, which Hector is a great guy. I'm not going to take anything away from Hector. I'm glad that Hector ran the event. I'm glad that we had it at the Salamanca Forums. I had a great time at the Hotel Brigida, but he is not a native English speaker, so registering was taking quite a long time. He couldn't figure out the computer entirely or something like that. Something happened like that where he ended up only registering 40K first. So if you're coming for Flames of War or Fantasy, you're just sitting on the sidelines waiting for this giant line to go through everybody. Then if you guys are from well, maybe not, because a lot of people here listen from European countries, but like if you go to like a theme park, like where you have these like 2-hour lines to roller coasters, that's what it felt like. You just got in this line that's just going so slow. So anyways, what ended up happening is we ended up starting, I think, like 2.5 hours late or something like that, roughly around that time, which ended up actually affecting our games towards the end of day 1, which I'll explain that when I get to the game 3 video. The other issue going on today was the fact that right as we arrived, I had a bag full of energy drink, my camera to take pictures, a new memory card that I bought, and some other random stuff in that bag. And the drink popped, and it blew up all over my camera, so my camera got soaked, and I was not able to take as many pictures as I wanted to. I ended up using my phone, which I'm okay with. The phone did okay. I actually think the phone has some really good quality on the clearness of the pictures, but because I didn't have much memory on my phone, what ended up happening is I take a lot, and I mean a lot less pictures these 2 days, because I was trying to problem solve on what I could do about this. It's also why I cut the videos shorter on my interview videos, because I didn't want to kill all my memory. That being said, get to my first game, and I'm playing Mr. Pete Ritter, and let's get started on that really quick. Let's go over what I have on Magic, and then let's go over what he has for his army. Alright, so let's see what I got. For Magic, I got Scorching Salvo, Pyroclastic Flow, Cascading Fire, and Immolation. My opponent, I believe he had Pyromancy as well. No, he had. I have what he has. I'll pull that up in a second. But I got Twisted Effigy, I got Deceptive Glamour, and the Wheel Turns. Unfortunately, he doesn't really have many monsters or anything for the Wheel Turns to really be an effect, be effective, really. The -1 to hit is kind of cool, though. As for him, and this is going to be upside down on my screen, but your side you'll see it right. He has Speaking in Tongues, so he has Thaumaturgy, Speaking in Tongues, Cleansing Fire, Hand of Heavens, Totemic Summon, and then he has Shamanism, he has Break the Spirits, Awaken the Beast, and Swarm of Insects, as well as obviously the Attribute Scarification. I'm going to show you really quick a picture here. This is his dinner tray of his dinner tray of dinner tray of greenskins. His orcs. Sorry, I was kind of confused for a second when I looked at his totemic beast, and it blurted out ogres. Anyways, I know you can't tell what's going on, but I'm going to explain to you what he has anyways. He has an Orc Shaman, level 4. This is the Shamanism spells. He has the Crown of Autocracy, as well as the Dispel Scroll. He's a Wizard Master. He has no ward save, though. Pointing that out now. He has his level 4 Witch Doctor Thaumaturgy, Scepter of Power, Skull Splitter, and he's a Wizard Master. He has an Iron Orc BSB with the Ring of Fire and Hard Shield. I kind of like that he has the Ring of Fire on that guy. I like these three guys. 3 Goblin. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak today. 3 Cave Goblin Chiefs on Nashers. One has a Lucky Shield. 2 of them have the Dragon Protection or Fire Protection with the Dragon Helm and Dragon Bane Gem. So they're little Khaleesi's there. Then he has 45 Cave Goblins with 3 Fanatics and the Banner of Discipline. He has 45 Cave Goblins, 3 Fanatics, just a musician. And then he has 28 Iron Orcs with a Flaming Banner. He has 2 Git Launchers, 2 Wrecking Teams, and 2 Skewers. Alright. Yes, those giant balls with the teeth and googly eyes are manglers. Anyways, we're playing in the diagonal, and then we roll it's on the table which deployment type you're playing, but you had to roll to see what scenario you got. And the first one I roll is Breakthrough, and you see both of us. We're both Orc and Goblin players. We're both like. And we put our heads down like, Jesus Christ, we both hate Breakthrough. I mean, my army's really meant to sit there and shoot you. His army's meant to sit there and shoot you. Neither one of us has a Breakthrough army. The one good use is I have that one Iron Orc unit that I could keep, I could rush up with. Now, we're about to deploy, and he drops everything first. I think I let him pick sides and go first, or he let me pick sides and go first. I don't remember how that went. Either way, I let him go, and he just drops his whole army. He's like, I'm going to take first turn, which is fine, because that allows me to figure out what I need to do to avoid getting shot or whatever, right? So the first thing I do is I start putting the Spider and the Chariots, when I deploy, like 48 to 60 inches away from his Doom Divers and his Bolt Throwers. I think it was just the Bolt Throwers. I think I really couldn't avoid the Doom Divers. So I put him right outside the Bolt Throwers' first shot, basically. So if he wants to shoot Crom, knock yourself out, you're going to need a 6. If you want to shoot Zod, you're going to have to re-roll that twice. It's fine, but it lets my Spider live for a turn without, or have one turn where she doesn't get shot and wounds taken out, and the same thing with the Chariots. And basically this is how I deploy. There's a thing in the middle of the table which is technically an impassable terrain. So this thing becomes an issue later on. It kind of funnels me to the left or right, and that kind of I'm not proud of this deployment because the Chariots unfortunately really don't ever get used. They're kind of in a bad positioning. At the same time, his army is meant to destroy Chariots like mine, which is funny because it's the same army. We're both Orc and Goblin players. His usage of those Cave Goblin characters on Nashers is awesome because they both have fire protection, they both have hard target, or they all have hard target, so it's hard to shoot them, and you really can't magic missile them with pyromancy, which is just, I think they're really good units. Anyways, I do feel like immediately, even though he drops, I have an immediate advantage. I think I have the advantage of mobility, and I feel like I have so especially for Breakthrough, I explained this to my dad, because like I explained in my other videos, my dad is my coach for the team events, but at the same time he's still trying to learn the game. So this was like the learning day. This was the day that him and he was at every one of my singles game, and I was trying to explain to him what we're looking at, what we're doing, and this was a very crucial day for him to pick up the game basically. But so I explained to him right off the bat, and I explained it to Pete too, that I have an advantage because for Breakthrough, his army's not meant to move. Mine can move more than his, and I will. So I'll probably get the scenario. As for damage output, his Iron Orcs could probably rip apart a lot of my stuff in my army, but I do have some counters to it, and I'm not too worried. The War Machines do kind of mess me up, but we'll get there when we get there. Anyways, let's go ahead and start off the game. Turn 1! Orcs and Goblins. Germany's Orcs and Goblins. I don't know how to say that in German. I don't know. I could come up with anything. There's some random pictures. Sorry. As you can see, here's pictures of my army. I got my Bazooka in the Horde. Bazooka in the Horde. 50 common goblins. shields, bows, Shady gets, and then the BSB with the war banner, the Green Moon banner. I'm just gonna call it by its name, the Green Moon banner. All right, over here you can see the rest of my army. I got my level 4 pyromancy. I got my forest goblins. I got my cave goblins. I got my iron boys. Got Crom. Now, he helped me take some pictures, and some of those pictures are sprinkled into this video, so I'm going to try to decipher what's going on from his view and my view, and basically go. And again, like I said, I really apologize. There's a lack of pictures in this video just because I destroyed my camera this day. Anyways, as you can see, so he takes turn 1. He doesn't really move up. He moves actually all his 3 Nasher characters back to kind of bait me out, but it's not much is gonna happen. Magic Phase, he got 9 power dice. I like this dice, by the way. And he goes ahead and he uses all the dice onto a, what did he do? Comet. I think it was a Wrath of the Gods, where that yellow pin is. He rolled double 6s, triple 6s. I let him have it. It blows up a chunk of his cave goblins, but nothing really happens after that. And these pictures are super skinny. Shooting Phase. Shooting Phase, he starts shooting his Doom Divers into Zod, and they end up getting a wound off and gets through his regen. And basically that's it. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, or Zod and Goblins turn 1. Zod and Goblins turn 1. So I moved Koopa up all the way on the left, and I kept Koopa in the ruins. I kept the forest goblins in the forest. I moved the iron boys up. Basically, the left side I'm not too worried about. Koopa destroy one of the Nasher heroes, no problem. The iron boys will kill some cave goblins, no problem. The problem with the cave goblins is the 3 Madgets. I have to find a way to draw out the 3 Madgets, and basically I know how. It's just gotta do it. I have, if you can see on the right side, I have my Wolf Riders hiding behind Crom. They're using Crom as a meat shield, and Crom just moves up. Duk, 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 duk. Crom doesn't give a fuck. He'll take all the strength 3 shooting you want to shoot at him. He'll take all the strength 6 shooting you want to shoot at him. He takes all the strength 5 shooting you want to shoot at him. Crom doesn't care. But I want my Wolf Riders alive so I can throw the Wolf Riders into his Mangler Squigs. Basically, the K-Pack's moving up. The spider ends up moving around everybody, coming up to the right side, just basically because the middle, like I said, was a funnel, and I really didn't have room to go. And if I went to the left side, it's going to take her longer to get around. Hindsight's kind of 20/20. I think I should have went on the left side with Koopa. Magic Phase got, using the purple dice, got 9 power dice, and he, of course, he's an Orc and Goblin player. He watches my videos. He's going to watch this video. He called me out on it. He goes, "You're using purple dice to do magic?" I'm like, "Yes." So I got 9 power dice. What the fuck happened? Here's a picture of his side looking at me. Hey, that's my hands. Anyways, I don't know. Pictures get sprinkled in. Try to figure it out. Yeah, so I get Cascading Fire onto the spider. I put it on her. I forget about it. I'm not gonna lie, I forget about it. I put a little token somewhere on her. Then I go ahead and I do Pyroclastic Flow, and it's sideways, but I got it off. I get triple 6s. He lets it go through, and it blows up a good chunk of my Forest Goblins, like 5 or 6 Forest Goblins. That kind of sucks because I like my Forest Goblins intact. My Forest Goblins' whole goal right now is to go War Machine hunting, but yeah. And then also I want to get an Enveloping Embers off on those big blocks so I could burn off the 2 wound characters. So basically that's kind of what happened. I think the Pyroclastic Flow I put a couple wounds onto a War Machine, or the Mangler. I don't remember which one I wounded, but I wounded one or the other. Shooting Phase, I'm going to go ahead and shoot Bazooka and the Horde into his... The fuck's happening? Oh, my bad. This is the Comet. The Comet comes down. There we go. Sorry. Comet comes down, ends up hitting the Bazooka and the Horde, ends up hitting everybody, and kills off, looks like a couple of the Horde, kills off a couple of Cave Goblins, ends up putting another wound onto Zod. Zod's down to 2 wounds remaining. That kind of sucks. And then now it's going to be... I think I skipped the whole phase. Or a lot of pictures. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right. Anyways, that's what happens here. Over here, I think I shot him. Excuse me. I shot him with my guys. Kills off a couple of his cave goblins. I have to decipher what's going on here, and or that was still the comet. I don't know if the comet hit that far. Anyways, one of these guys dies. Not sure how he died, and basically that's how it looks. I think it was his turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. He shoots at my Wolf Riders, kills one of the Wolf Riders. Nobody else could really shoot the Wolf Riders because of the position they were at. So he just starts to move up. Now this is from his side looking at me. He doesn't move up actually. He sits back on that hill. He's going to use that hill to his advantage. He's kind of just drawing me back in because he wants to shoot me. And we start playing this game. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Zod and Goblins turn 2. We start to play this game where you can see on the right side he has his Mangler Squig facing. I didn't care if he goes into the spider. If he wants to go into the spider and knock himself out. But basically I'm out of line of sight with the Wolf Riders and Crom. My Wolf Riders are still trying to get to his Mangler. I move Koopa up on the left side, no problem. And I move the spider up because I figured if he wants to attack the spider with the Nasher guy, knock himself out. Basically that's how it looks. Magic Phase got 8 power dice with the purple dice. Go ahead and I do whatever I did. I miscast again, blew up a couple more goblins on my side. I end up doing 2 wounds. I think it was a fireball. I end up doing 2 wounds onto his Mangler. And yeah, it looks like what it is again. What the fuck is going on, man? I'm trying to figure. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I try to decipher my own pictures, but it's hard when I took a lack of pictures. And then, like I said, I've done like 13 games in between this. So, yeah, I think I just try to shoot at him more. Nothing really happened with the shooting. And it's going to start off his turn. Turn 3, Orcs and Goblins. Now, he fails his March check with his Nasher character. So he just jumps right to the side of the spider, out of line of sight of the spider, out of line of sight of everybody. He's standing behind me. His Mangler falls short from hitting Crom, which I don't think he even really wanted to hit Crom, but he doesn't want to lose his Mangler to just my Wolf Riders. Magic Phase, he goes ahead and he throws up another Comet. And guys, there's the Shy Ambulance. Shooting Phase, he's going to start shooting these guys into Crom. Everything. I mean, he shoots everything. The bows, the Git launchers, the skewers into Crom. He ends up doing 1 wound. And basically, that's it. Now, it's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins. Zod and Goblins turn 3. I failed my March check. I marched. I was telling my dad ahead of time, like, watch this move, Dad. And I was going to march Crom all the way up to his Cave Goblins, where he basically is SOL. He's going to have to fight the Cave Goblins. Right? But I failed the March check, and not only that, I wanted him to release his Fanatics, because even if he throws all 3 Fanatics into Crom, what is he going to get? Like 2 6s, maybe 3? You know? It's not going to be enough. So I wanted to throw Crom over there. What ended up happening was I failed my March check, so I decided to move back, away from his Mangler Squig. And then not only that, but I missed the Wolf Riders. The Wolf Riders failed their March check, so I can't go into that single Mangler Squig. I moved the Spider up, the A-Rock up. I moved the Common Goblins up. I moved Koopa up far enough where he's going to have to release his Fanatics there, and I'm hoping that Koopa can just take hits like a champ. That allows my Iron Orcs free roam to go up, because the Iron Orcs are the ones that are going to get me the objective, kill those Cave Goblins, potentially kill this one character over here. So I move the Force Goblins up really close to the Mangler Squig to kill the Mangler Squig. Magic Phase. Magic Phase, I got 11 power dice. Here's a picture of Crom in the woods. I'll put that up higher somewhere. Anyways. Go ahead and I do a Scorching Salvo, and holy shit, he lets this one go through because he was going to stop the next spell. And the Scorching Salvo goes to work. It kills his Mangler character, kills his Mangler Squig, and kills off a couple of the Cave Goblins, right? I go ahead and I do like a Pyroclastic Flow. He stops it. I want to say he stopped it. So I go ahead and I do minus or twisted effigy, which lowered half the range of shooting. I think I did it on the horde that was shooting at Crom, so they just can't shoot at Crom this turn. And then I go ahead and I do shooting. Shoot all these cave goblins here into that one Nasher hero. I think I might have put a wound on. He might have armor saved it. But it's going to start off his turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3 or 4. I don't know what turn it is because I'm kind of confused on what's going on because I took less pictures. Maybe I took a bathroom break. I don't remember. So he moves back. Again, like I said, he has a very defensive list. At this point, this is the point where I tell my dad, I'm like, Dad, I'm pretty much going to take the objective. I'm marching everybody across to his side. His Mangler Squig fails, and I mean fails to get to the A-Rock by a pubic hair. I am not kidding. A freaking pubic hair. It's like 0.25. It's a thick pubic hair, but it's still a pubic hair. But like 0.25 of an inch, and the Mangler falls short. Alright, not only that, but it had to go through the woods, and as it goes through the woods, it ends up taking a wound. His Nasher character fails his march check, so he just tries to get out of the way of line of sight again, and we're like this game goes on, where we just don't want to commit either way, and I'm just trying to shoot him. I'm just trying to shoot him with the fucking cave goblins, right? Yeah, that's basically how the table looks. Magic Phase got 8 power dice. This is a great picture, by the way, guys. Coming up. He has 8 power dice. The first spell he does, and I'm thinking in my head, like, I gotta stop this comet. I gotta stop the comet. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Oh, no. Swarm of Insects. Swarm of Insects. I kept stopping that one too. So he goes ahead, and the first thing he does is he throws a Break the Spirit on the spider, and I just say it so like, oh, okay. Like, I don't care. Go ahead. And he puts the card down, and he rolls the dice, and as he rolls the dice, as he puts the card down, he tries to stop the dice, and he's like, shit! Look at his face, look at his face. Shit! He goes, the spider has Strider, doesn't it? I'm like, yep. He goes, ugh. Oh, I love it. I love his facial reaction. I love his reaction that he was like, shit. Like, he's like, I should know this. I'm an Orc and Goblin player. I should know this. And I was like, yep. Strider everything. Spider doesn't give a flying fuck about dangerous terrains ever. Again, ever. Spider loves, A-Rock loves dancing. She's a dancing queen. Alright, so the rest of his dice, he goes ahead, he does Hand of Heaven onto Koopa. I let it go through, and then the comet falls down. Comet falls down, kills off one of my K-Pack, kills off a, let's see, that one's Kaiser. That one would be Koenig. So that's Koga. Kills off Koga. Alright. Does another wound out to Zod, which that hurts. That keeps hurting. And then he does 6 wounds onto the bazooka and the horde. Over here, oh my god, Koopa, you fat son of a bitch. As you can see, he moved his cave goblins up where he releases the fanatics. He throws 3 fanatics into Koopa. 3 fanatics into Koopa. Okay? Koopa, and we did it each one like very what's the word I'm looking? Dramatically. It was just like he put one through. How many hits does it do? 2 hits. Does 2 wounds. Koopa goes boom boom, armor ward save. And he's like, shit, okay, next one. Goes ahead, does it. Does 4 wounds. Alright. Boom boom. Armor ward save, gets a wound through. Alright, next one, does it. He has a Cow-Nado of his own! He has his own Cow-Nado! It hits Koopa in the gut, and guess what? The cow broke off. Koopa's gut is impervious to cow. And he not only that, but Koopa armors and ward saves. And Koopa took 2 wounds out of, like, look at that, 3, 6, 7, plus the other 2. 9 wounds. Koopa took 2 and shrugged the rest off, and he was just like, shit. So then he starts trying to shoot me with strength 3 shooting. Koopa bounced them all off, and he's just like, this is going to be an issue. So he starts shooting with these guys, his Doom Divers. One of the Doom Divers misfired, the other Doom Diver was still good. He shoots the Doom Diver into Koopa, and it ends up killing Koopa. I was like, Koopa was almost there. Koopa, and it's in my to be honest, my next move was to call out the Wog and have the Iron Orcs and Koopa get into those cave goblins, and then I would destroy them. I would just destroy them. But Koopa just died right at that Doom Diver. Alright. And this is from his perspective. Oh, no. We're gonna not show that yet. That was actually coming up. That's he shoots the other Doom Diver into my Iron Orcs. He realizes he has to get rid of my scoring unit. Kills off 3 of them. And then it's gonna go to start off my turn. Orcs and Zod and Goblins turn 4. Zod and Goblins turn 4. It comes out. I'm giving you a warning. I'm gonna scream in a couple seconds. On 3, 2, 1. Wog! It's time to wog in, man. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go ahead and charge my Bazooka and the Horde into those Cave Goblins. I'm charging the Iron Boys into the Cave Goblins. Now, for lack of better charges, I charged the Spider. I don't want to charge into the fucking Cave Goblins because they have 3 Fanatics, and I know I will lose the Spider to 3 Fanatics. I mean, I made Tremendous lose a Rock to 2 Fanatics. I know for a damn fact I'll lose the Spider to 3 Fanatics. So I charge into his Iron Boys. Okay, I figure I have 7 wounds. I'm healthy. I could really fuck him up. But the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to character assassinate, right? So I charge it. The only one who makes it is the Spider. That sucks. That sucks. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. If I can kill the general, at least I'll kill the leadership bubble, and I could potentially panic off the Cave Goblins. Is my other thought process. Here's that picture I was going to show you earlier, but I didn't, of his perspective, where the Spider gets in, where Crom is, where they're still dancing around that one Nasher in the background. Anyways. Boom, 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 boom. I spit on my screen on accident. Probably when I logged. Magic Phase! 8 power dice. Go ahead and I'm using my Forest Goblin Shaman. They're all Forest Goblin Shamans. Go ahead and I do Deceptive Glamour. It looks like he stops it. Then I go ahead and I do Pyroclastic Flow and he stops it. I think he uses the Dispel Scroll. He did. I did the Deceptive Glamour with a good roll. Look at that. I got a 11, 16, 17, 18 on it. And he was like, my wizard might not live with the Dispel Scroll, so I'll just stop it right now. Dispel Scrolls it. Alright, so then I go ahead and I do the Pyroclastic Flow, he stops it, and I think I did a Scorching Salvo, he stopped it, or whatever, right? Shooting Phase, I'm going to shoot my Cave Goblins into his Mangler Squig that was right there, and the Mangler Squig is no longer there. Over here, Close Combat. Oh, where do I begin? I go ahead and I swing. I swing away. And I do still have the Break the Spirit up, even though he tried to stop the spell and he decided he's like, fuck it, it's still going because it has a Hex. So it's -1 to hit. So to hit, the regular Iron Orcs would be on 5s. Well, I was going to hit the regular Iron Orcs, but they have Bodyguard anyways. Excuse me, they have Bodyguard anyways, so, or they'll be Steadfast. Either way, they're not going anywhere. So I decide, you know what? Let's kill his wizard. Let's kill his general. Alright? Because not only is I'm going to hit the unit on 5s, you know, but they might potentially actually armor save it. The general is butt-ass naked. And not only that, he's weapon skill 3, so I'm hitting him on 3s normally, but 4s would break the spirit. So I go ahead and I do all the attacks onto him, and I only get 2 wounds. He goes back with everybody in great weapons, and he racks up 6 wounds on top of my 1 that I already have. So now I'm at 7 wounds, okay? So I Thunderstomp, I kill off some Iron Orcs. I did not kill his general. I actually lose this combat. I am Steadfast on a 6, even though, or Stubborn on a 6, even though I failed to move my general in the right direction. I caught on to this really late. I failed to move General Zod just outside of 12 on him, or just inside 12. So I'm about to run, and Pete is a good sport. Again, Pete is a really, really good sport. He goes, dude, you forgot to do Cascading Fire. Now, I normally have my card there, and that's the reason why he brought it up. He's like, if it was your card there, you'd probably see it, but it was my card, because we used his card because my card was so bulky and whatever, right? So I go ahead and I do Cascading Fire. I kill off I kill the champ, I think, and then I did like 1 wound onto his other wizard. Then I go ahead and I kill his general, and then I fail my stubborn check and I run. So he chases me. Oh my god, that was a huge swing. That was like a let's see, I have the points right here. That was a 775 point swing right there. And not only that, but the spider gets away. The one problem with the spider getting away, though, is the spider fell 1 inch short of my common goblins. I kind of wish the spider went through the common goblins, has a better chance of living, right? But it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and goblins, or Zod and goblins turn 5. Zod and goblins turn 5. Well, nothing really charges in. I don't really have much to do here. Like I said, I moved Zod too far on the other side, and it was kind of dumb. But the spider rallies on a 6. And, yeah, Magic Phase. Magic Phase got 7 Power Dice. Don't know why I didn't use my magic. Is this his turn? Oh, it's his turn. It's his turn. I just charged him. Never mind. He's going to charge. Let's see. Yeah, he did not charge the spider because of I don't know why. Probably because he just thought the spider would get out of the way, and he figured the spider's in my way. Anyways, Magic Phase got 7 Power Dice. He goes ahead and he does something to kill somebody. To kill my Iron Orcs. I think he's doing Hand of Heaven. Kills off a couple of them. Shooting Phase. He shoots all the freaking cave goblins into my Iron Boys. He kills all of them except for one. And then that's basically it looks like. Yeah, that was it. Let's go start off my turn. Orcs and goblins turn 5. Orcs and goblins turn 5. Or Zod and goblins turn 5. My spider rallies. Okay, I move my forest goblins up. I move the Iron Boy out of the way, and I'm going to kill some goblins. Okay, I move the cave goblins up, and Zod kind of tries to catch up. Magic Phase got 5 Power Dice. Go ahead and I do a Scorching Salvo. Kill off one of his war machines. Okay. And that's about it. Excuse me. That's about it. Turn 6, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 6, Orcs and Goblins. His turn. Now I made a mistake here. I'm going to pull up this picture over here. There we go. I got a picture. I moved Zod or Crom up, Zod up, and then the goblins. I basically left them in this position because I figured they're in the front, and the main two ones I could just shoot right now. People on the hill without moving, kill off a couple more, and then in the following turn I could probably just try to assassinate his BSB. And if not, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. I was trying to kill his cave goblin units originally, but one of them, the one on the right, has the banner of discipline, so it wasn't really a good idea anymore. But I made a mistake of leaving myself open. He charges in. He can't call it his walk. He just charges in, and he gets it to the flank of Crom. Now I know what he was trying to do here. He's trying to make Crom run into my common goblins. Not only that, he's trying to make my spider. He's going to kill my spider. He charges into the spider. He only has to do 1 wound, and then overrun into my common goblins. Right? Well. And as you can see, I kind of depleted more of his black orcs by shooting them. I was just shooting the crap out of them. Alright, so he gets in. Alright, close combat, or not close combat. This is basically his fanatic's been running off the table, or running off the walls, and he starts moving his other cave goblins back. And then his other guy still hasn't killed my dogs, but my goblins haven't killed him. Magic Phase got 8 Power Dice, goes ahead and he does a Inspiring Presence Lost, which is pretty impressive actually, because you could really panic this unit even though I got the horde formation on a 7. And then he goes ahead and starts attacking Crom. Crom kills off like 3 or 4 of them, but loses this combat big time. Crom runs, he chases, but the angle was wrong, and basically we're going to run crookedly past the horde. And unfortunately, this is the last picture I have. He does kill the A-Rock, and he overruns with that unit, but he falls short of it, getting it to my common goblins. Now, on my turn, I chose not to fight because Crom rallied. Okay, because Crom lives. And all I did was reform my common goblins so I could conga line past in between his Iron Orcs and his cave goblins and walk into the objective. He did end up killing my last black orc, so I did not have that scoring unit over on his side anymore, and he doesn't have a scoring unit on my side. But it was a very small loss. I think I ended up getting like 12 or 13 points. Let me look this up because I have the tourney keeper up right here. James Silva, Mexico. ESC. Yeah, I got 13 points with the objective. So it was a 10-10 tie. I got an additional 3 because I took the objective. And it's a great start for the ESC. It was the only great start for the ESC. But you'll see those games later. Like I said, I'm sorry that these games are real choppy because I couldn't figure everything out. Again, like I said, I have a lack of pitchers and it was really bugging me. But MVP, I have to give it to the A-Rock. The A-Rock was just awesome. She assassinated his general. Assassinated. Baxter the Pyromaniac did good. Killed off a Nasher character. Killed off the Nasher Wrecking Team. And killed off a War Machine. And would have killed more. Actually also beefed up the A-Rock where that spell actually killed off the general as well. So Baxter is getting a good honorable mention. I did not have a good use for the Chariots or Zod. Zod kept getting wounded and I just didn't want to risk throwing him in there. But what I should have done was been able to keep my leadership bubble closer. Excuse me. My leadership bubble closer to my stubborn monster. And my Wolf Riders and Crom kept failing. Their march checks really kind of did mess with me. But overall, I mean, I'm glad that I got 13 points off of an ETC Germany player. And I'll be good with that. I did have an advantage, like I said, with the breakthrough scenario, but overall, this was a close game. Guys, I hope you enjoyed these videos. I enjoy making them. And if you guys haven't hit like and subscribe, hit like and subscribe. I have a bunch of other games coming out, but next up is going against Mr. Charming Stellar. I'm going to call him Charming Stellar Senior because apparently there's another Charming Stellar from Universal Battle. He's on the same team, Team Argentina, but he's not the same guy. So anyways, I got my next game against Charming Stellar Senior and his Highborn Elves. Guys, I'll get to that as soon as I can. Besides that, guys, if you guys like my channel, like my videos, you could always throw up a donation towards my Patreon or my GoFundMe. I am trying to recover funds from that destructive 2-week vacation I took, which just kind of destroyed my finances. But I still had a great time, guys. I had a great time playing against Pete here, and I had a great time playing against all my opponents, really. Yeah. So I already gave you the MVP. I already told you hit like and subscribe. I already told you don't forget to show your support, guys. I guess that's about it. If you guys have any comments or feedback, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time. Take care and peace.